All right, everybody, welcome back to the Women's Ninja Association live stream. We are here live with our second qualifier of the season at Warrior Tech, all the way in North Carolina. We are here with our last division of the day. We have our elite ladies. I'm so excited to see the changes to this super fun Christmas-themed course that we've had going all weekend long. Ava's being a Christmas tree there right in front of us, getting ready for this course, along with Jen. We are super excited. For those of you that are tuning in and you don't know how the WNA works, these ladies are going to be running two courses today. We're going to be having a speed course and a tech course. Speed is a faster time limit. You fall once and you're done. Tech, you get a little more leeway with some retries. The qualification will be determined by a combined score of both that speed and tech courses, and the top 5 ladies from every division will be qualifying to our finals, which are going to be held in Modus at Lee's Summit, Missouri, at the end of March, March 28th and 29th, where they will actually be running 3 courses to determine the winner. If you missed out on Ascend, you missed out on this Christmas course at Warrior Tech, we do have 2 more courses left this season. We've got Dexterity Depot in January, from January 10th and 11th, which we're also going to be partnering with Gravity Forge that weekend. We're going to be doing a little doubleheader action. You can do a WNL comp one day at their gym. You can do a WNA comp the next day at Dexterity, or vice versa. So shout out to them for pairing with us. And then in February 7th and 8th, you can head down to New Orleans and Louisiana for some Crescent City Ninja action in the middle of Mardi Gras. If you're planning on a girls trip, you want to do some ninja alongside it, go ahead and sign up for Crescent City Ninja. All of that leading up to our finals, like I said, in March at Lee's Summit, Missouri, all the way in Modus. They had Premier Series finals this year, so you can want to go check out their gym. That's a ginormous space. Donovan Matoyer, very well-known ninja, is going to be our course designer, along with Jen Sanders, who is our course director, helping out with those courses there. Here's our run order and our obstacle list for our course here for the elites. We've got 4 elite ladies, so shout out to them. Everyone qualifies, congratulations. But they still want that first place spot. They still want to have a better run order position in finals, which will be based off their position coming out of their qualifier. So even though they've qualified, that's not enough for them. They want to make sure that they go later in finals. We're going to have 8 Christmas-themed obstacles for our speed course here, starting out with Santa's Sleigh, Candy Cane Forest, 5 Golden Rings, Cool Runnings, Lashang Through the Snow, Elf on the Shelf, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, and ending with some peppermints. The rules of this course are very similar to like the flow course, American Ninja Warrior style course. You fall one time, your run is done. However, you can continue running the course until that time limit runs out. You won't collect any more points, but you will get to have some fun on the course. Huge shout out to NinjaWorks for being the premier timer sponsor of the Women's Ninja Association, keeping our leaderboards active on our website, providing our amazing purple layovers here. We are actually the only league that doesn't have a red or blue layover. We are the only one with a purple. They've been amazing to work with. Communication is spot on. They've walked us through every single question we've had for them. I can't say enough incredible things about NinjaWorks, so thank you so much for their work with us this season. Also, another big shout out to the team at Warrior Tech here, Matt and Justin, for their course design. This is the gym that I started Ninja at 6 years ago, and it's super exciting to be back home here with this vision that I've had for this sport with women in Ninja. It's cool to be able to bring it back to Warrior Tech. So huge shout out to the whole Warrior Tech crew. All right, we're gonna get started here with our first runner. We've got Olivia from Rock Solid stepping up to the course. Excited to watch her. Nobody wants to run first, but somebody's got to do it, and Olivia is going to be our first one speeding through this speed course. The ladies have 1 minute and 15 seconds to get as many obstacles as they can. She's pulling through our 5 golden rings all the way to that dismount, going around now to Cool Runnings. Anyone that is watching from home that understands this reference, we are now best friends, moving her way through that bobsled path and going on now to Lashang through the snow. It's going to reach up and then down. Oh, a little hand misplacement slip there. That's okay. She will get to keep going, and she will have another course to run too, so her runs are not over. She's going to get on some more obstacles, make sure she knows how they feel. She's rocking around the Christmas tree now, headed into our peppermint run, and a buzzer at the end. We got through 4 obstacles in 18 seconds. Great run out of Olivia. She's going to get to run another course later as well. Up next, we've got Ava Dombrowski. We saw her mom earlier running in the Masters, and now we've got Ava. They're going to be at every single one of our WNA qualifiers from here on out this season, so huge shout out to them and all their support. Pulls her way all the way to the last ring. Doesn't need 5 golden rings, only needs a few of them. Speeding her way through Cool Runnings bobsled path, up now to Lashang through the snow. Gonna reach up, spot her hands here. That whole truss does spin, pulling her way through. Onto Elf on a shelf. There's an elf on every single one of those shelves. She's making short work of this course, reaching up to that Christmas tree. She's got to go to that quad step, redirect herself, and a clear for Ava at 38 seconds. Wow. Incredible run. Great job, Ava. Wow. I didn't even know if we would get a sub 40-second run this weekend, but Ava just put up 38 seconds on our speed course. Very impressive. All right. Up next, we've got Madeline taking on the course. Fun fact about Madeline is she's going to be at every single one of our qualifiers this season. She was at Ascend. She'll be here and the next 2. So really, really big shout out for all of her support and our vision. She's making her way through. Great pull back. Wants to try to get to that dismount. Skips the last one, pushes that ring out of the way. Running through Cool Runnings. Great work, going right into that ape hanger. Good pull back, wants to reach up, doesn't want that truss to spin her off. Great control, jumping out to Elf on the shelf, taking a backswing here. She kicked the dismount platform, but she was able to keep going, jumps right out into the rocking around the Christmas tree. Just needs our peppermint run. They're on springs and spinners, and she gets it. Great job. Wow, 36 seconds by Madeline on this speed course. Incredible job. Shout out to my dad there, part of the reset crew, making sure our peppermint is set back up. #1 resetter in the game, my dad, Mark Presley. Thank you very much. And our last runner of our elites for the speed course is going by so fast. We've got Lila. Meg's commentary to making me laugh. Okay, Cal. Lila's on her way. Jumping out. Wow. Great pull through, great pull back, skipping those rings to that platform. Moving her way through Cool Runnings. Great work. You may have seen Lila before on several seasons of American Ninja Warrior. North Carolina native. I used to train with her a lot. Oh, gets that dismount. Great pull through. Going right away. Insane, reaching out. It's like she never even took a break from Ninja at all. She's stepping through to the buzzer. 36 seconds. She beating Madeline by like 10 milliseconds, not even on this course. Oh my gosh. That was incredible. Wow. All right, let's look at our leaderboard here coming out of the speed course. Our top 3 athletes are just seconds apart from each other. Our top 2 athletes literally being milliseconds apart from each other. Absolutely insane. Shout out to NinjaWorks. They did our randomized run order for the first course, but now the second course, the run order will be determined by the first course. And actually, it's going to be the exact same order as the first course because it's in reverse order of how they placed. Amazing job on our speed course. Really showing that it is a speed course from these athletes. And we are going to be jumping over now. We're going to take a little break, make sure we have our tech course set up. We're going to walk our ladies through the tech course. Any questions they have, give them a second to walk themselves through, make their plan on our more technical course here. Remember that the winner of today is going to come down to a combination of course 1 and course 2. And what I love about that combined score is that it's still anyone's game. No matter where they place on the first course, they can still come back, put up a good run. Anything can happen on that second course. So we will be back momentarily. I would say 15, 20 minutes. Go grab a snack, get you some ice cream, use the bathroom if you need to, but don't go anywhere because we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back with course number 2 here at Qualifier number 2 for the Women's Ninja Association here at Warrior Tech in North Carolina. We just saw our 3 elite ladies take on the speed course, and now we're going to be watching them in a second take on the tech course. The speed did determine the run order for tech, but funny enough, the run order did not change at all because their placement on speed was their run order. So we're going to be seeing the exact same run order on tech that we saw on speed. For the rules of our tech course, there are retries. So we saw the speed course, 1 fall and you're done. You could keep going though, finish your course out, have some fun on obstacles, but you were done collecting points. For our tech course, we have a retry system here at the Women's Ninja Association. Every single obstacle gets 3 tries per obstacle. If you fail an obstacle, your time pauses as the obstacle is being reset, then your time starts and you get to try again. If you get to the end and you have a couple retries, but you have the fastest times, your retries do not count against you, and you will be the winner of the course with that first place time, even if you have retries. So retries don't count against you. You get 3 per obstacle, and your time pauses as the obstacles are being reset. Now, the winner of our Warrior Tech qualifier is going to come down to a combined score of that course for speed and that course for tech. So that placement course, the placement total that you see there, we're going to combine the 2 courses to decide who's going to win. So we're going to take our top 2 right now, just as an example. We see Lila's got 1 point for that first place from speed. Madeline's got 2 points for that second place, milliseconds apart. If for some reason Lila gets second place on tech and Madeline gets first place on tech, they will both have 3 points total, but because Madeline placed higher on the tech course, that means she will be the winner, as the tech course is going to be our tiebreaker. We have another Christmas-themed course here for our tech course. This is a much longer, more technical, challenging, endurance-heavy course. We've got 12 Christmas obstacles. The first handful you are going to recognize from our speed course, but then we've got W&A Wrapped, ice skates, down the chimney, over the river and through the woods, North Poles, Santa hats, peppermints, Nightmare Before Christmas, and we're going to round out our course with Oh Christmas Tree, a really cool skyhook style obstacle, but you're transferring Christmas trees from hooks to hooks. Shout out to Warrior Tech for these very creative themed obstacles. They just always have the most fun courses. When they come up with a theme, they take it and they run with it, and this is no exception for our qualifier today. Another huge shout out to NinjaWorks, the only premier timer for the Women's Ninja Association, bringing us our accurate timing, our results, our run orders, our obstacle list, and our beautiful purple layovers for our live stream. Incredible company, easy to work with. They just made everything so easy for us, and I'm grateful for their support this season. So thank you so much to NinjaWorks. We should be getting our first runner here. All right, we're gonna have our first runner. We're gonna have Olivia stepping up to the tech course, making sure everything's reset, making sure Olivia is ready to go. off on Santa's sleigh, sliding down the candy cane. Moving on now to W&A wrapped. We've got these two presents here with a bowl in between. They can only use the little cliffhanger ledges as well as the green cliffhangers and the bowl to lâcher forward, getting over to the truss and around. On now to ice skates. Slips off the side just a little bit. Both of those, it's kind of like mini skateboards, right? Ice skates, each one rollerblading, one underneath your foot. You cannot touch the wooden part of this obstacle. Olivia's got her second try. That's why we love our retry system here. And she's moving on now to down the chimney. She must lâcher up from this little UFO into a rotating truss just like that. And she has got it. All right, we're gonna move on now. She's going over the river and through the woods here. The way that this obstacle works, they must use every piece of this. They cannot skip. We are allowed to force moves here at W&A. They cannot knock these trees over. They're gonna try to use every piece of the wood. Unstable. It looks like the one in the back corner, I know it's hard for you guys to see, but there is one in that back corner. It looks like it tilted and it put her foot onto the carpet. So she will have one more try on this obstacle, stepping her way through. Those unstable logs, if you don't keep your foot in the middle of them, they are no joke. She gets it, she jumps over. She's got to make this big dismount to the tire, and she's got it. Great use of her retry. She's moving on now to North Poles. Hands are only allowed on that cat grab section. Hands and feet on these wind chimes. She's got a place to put her foot on that first one, but the rest of them, she's got to pinch her legs without falling. She's got to climb back up here. This is definitely not an obstacle that you want to be retrying. Gets over to the dismount. Great work from Olivia. Moving on to Santa hats. Shaking it out, getting some chalk on. She's got to lâcher into, only the cliffhangers are used on this, the white cliffhangers too. The nunchucks, great hold there. She's got to get into this next Santa hat here, white cliffhanger only. This last Santa hat has a cliffhanger on the front of it. You got to make sure you lock it in because it does drop. She's able to pull it down, looking for that dismount here. She's got it. 2 minutes left on to peppermints, just a different formation from what you guys saw on the speed course. And now we are on to the Nightmare Before Christmas. This board has an auto belay attached to it. When they engage it, it will come off magnets and it will drop. They've got to keep their feet up. They can use their feet on the shower bars here. And they're looking for a backwards move up to this UFO. Olivia's got it. Looking for that dismount now. On to the last obstacle. Oh, Christmas tree. This is a sky hook style obstacle here. Each one of those Christmas trees is going to be transferred from a hook. Then you lâcher to another Christmas tree, transfer that one forward for a very big dismount at the end. She's got plenty of time to get through this obstacle. Misses the first one. This one's very interesting because if you go too high, because the Christmas tree is so long, if you hit that hook too high, you hit off the top of the hook and instead of placing it into the hook. Gets the first one though. Now she's got to make sure she doesn't pull herself out of it. Lâchers to the second one. This one's a little bit further. That Christmas tree, that present's kind of hard to see. There it is. Oh, but misses the second one. She does get one more try on this obstacle. She does have plenty of time to get through it. Let's see it. She's gotten the first one already. Can she get it again? Just misses, bounces off the hook. That's going to do it, but a very, very good run from Olivia. First one on the course, getting all the way to the end. Very solid tech run, especially being the first one. She should be super proud of that. All right, we've got Ava Dombrowski running next. Ava's new this year to the elite competitor field. She's been doing ninja for a very long time. I had a lot of fun hanging out with her at NSC last week at Jungle Gym. She's a monster, fearless, small and mighty, and she is moving her way through. Great use of kipping her hips there. Looks like she's gonna try to skip. Oh no, never mind. She's going up to the truss, uses her hands, and now she's onto ice skates. Oh, pushes the skate off the track, puts her hands on her head, but she knows what it feels like now. She's got another try. She's got 2 tries, actually. Making sure it's reset, starting that Ninja Works clock, and we're gonna try again. Great job, great lean forward in that lunge, and she gets her second try. On now to down the chimney. She's got a lâché off of that UFO up to the spinning truss and back down to that dismount platform. Great swing through. 3:38 on the clock. She is going over the river as fast as possible. Now trying to get through the woods. She must go all the way around our woods here. She cannot knock over these truss. She's trying to make sure she gets around this corner. Great job. She's got to jump all the way out to that tire for her dismount and gets it. North poles now, 3:13 on the clock. This is an obstacle that, I love our retry system, but this is an obstacle I would not want to retry. This one can definitely zap your grip if you're over gripping on those slippery PVCs. And she's got it. She's got a great hook of her feet there. She's got to make sure she gets high enough onto that black pole. She can use her hands. She can use her feet on this other one right here. She wants to make sure she gets that dismount. She's got it. 2:40 on the clock onto these Santa hats. White cliffhangers only. Wow, really good lead out. One of our lighter athletes is able to pull it into herself. Great lead out there on those nunchucks. Another great lead out. She's got very good technique here. Now she's going to throw to the last Santa hat. It's going to drop on her, keeping that wingnut style swing, looking for the dismount. 2:16 to the peppermints. The first one spins. The middle 3 have springs on them, but they don't move at all under Ava. She's moving on to Nightmare Before Christmas. Trying to reach as high as possible to get her feet on. Backwards, UFO move. Ava's making light work of this course. 1:55 on the clock. She has plenty of time for 3 tries if she needs it on this obstacle, but she's not gonna need it. We're gonna see Ava flash this Christmas tree the first time. Building her swing up. Oh, a little too high up on that hook for the first one. This one is really weird. If you're not precise with your placement, if you hit it too high, it's gonna bounce right back on you because it's so long. Oh, again, she's too high up. I think she needs to pop her hips up a little bit more. With a sky hook, it's a little smaller. You can really slam it into the hook, but this one you have to be very precise with how you place it. Oh, and just misses at her 3rd try. But a very, very fast run to that point. That's gonna put her in first place right now. 2 minutes and 32 seconds to the last obstacle. Great job out of Ava. We've got Madeline up next on our last 2 runners of the tech course. Madeline's off. A Ninja Warrior Germany athlete. You may have seen her on that show before. A very strong athlete as well. Super excited that we're going to be seeing Madeline at every single WNA qualifier this season. And after today, Madeline, you missed the dismount. She skipped over top of the dismount platform there. We must engage our platforms. But as I was saying, after today, we're also going to see her at finals because all 4 of our ladies will be qualifying to finals. But you know that she wants one of those first place spots. She wants the highest spot she can so she can have a good run order result. She's got to touch the green, and she gets it her 2nd time. Retries, we love them, but we also, nice! They also can zap your strength, they can zap your time, they can, throw your plan off. But Madeline's got plenty of time now. She's got 3:45. Lachey up to that rotating truss. Wow, Lachey's really far out. Big reach looking to dismount, gets it. Over now, over the river. And now she's got to go through the woods here. Those punching bag holders actually are not weighted at all, so they're a lot lighter and easy to move and pull down. Oh, there's another step behind that green that the ladies are. Wow! Oh, what? I think her foot dragged. I'm not sure what happened there. We're going to go back to that quad step, and we're going to get a retry here. It's a little bit of a longer obstacle, but the good news is it's not really going to zap any of her strength taking another try. Just a little bit of that time. She's tried to go straight to the metal structure. Now she's got it. Second try, she's got to jump all the way out to that green tire, and she gets it onto North Poles, jumping right away up to the pole, shimmying her way across. This is an obstacle you definitely want to try to get through as quick as possible. She's got great technique on these icicles. Wind chimes right there. She's just got to make the dismount here. That very smooth. That might be one of the smoothest we've seen anybody get through that obstacle today. Making up time for that retry that she had. Moving on to the Santa hats. Leading out, pulling that Santa hat down to her. The ladies must engage all of the Santa hats before they are allowed to dismount. Great reach to the nunchuck. One more Santa hat here. The last one does drop down and swing side to side. Leading out, pulling it straight down. Looking for that dismount. She's got it. Moving on to peppermints. The first one does spin. Those middle three are on springs, but she is stepping her way through no problem onto the Nightmare Before Christmas. She's got to keep her legs up here. Very smart move there. I like the idea. She was trying to wrap her legs around it. Got a little rock climber technique here. You can see her shaking out as she's walking up. Gets to that UFO. Looking for that dismount. 1:30 on the clock on our final obstacle here. I want to see one of these ladies get through this Christmas tree obstacle. Madeline can be the one to do it. Grabbing that Christmas tree to see what it feels like. Getting a backswing here, going up. Getting the first one. Looking for a Lachey now to the second one. This one has a little bit bigger move here. So she can squeeze, get a big backswing. She wants to place it in. Gets the, no! I celebrated too early. She got those skyhook moves no problem, but just peeled off that last move. She's got time. She's got 47 seconds on the clock if she needs to shake out a little bit. Gonna shake it out. She really looked like she tried to hold on, but just her hands open to the impact of that last Christmas tree. Jump linking the first one. Impressive here. Lachey to the second one. No, just misses it. She looks like she might be zapped right now at the end of this course. 23 seconds. I think in order to be first place, I think she needs to clear this obstacle. I'm pretty sure Ava got here faster. Gets the first one. 15 seconds on the clock. 9 seconds. Come on, Madeline. Come on, Madeline. 2, 1, and time. So close to the buzzer from Madeline. Wow. That was insane. It just came down to that. That's going to put her in second place overall right now. Third place on our tech course. One runner left today, and that's going to be Lila. If we look at that overall leaderboard, Madeline's got 5 points. If Lila gets, let's see, second on this course or third on this course, that'll put her ahead of Madeline. But Ava, man, there's so much, like, there's a meme of that girl that's looking at all the technical things in front of her and she can't follow what's going on. That's how I feel trying to figure out the combined score of the speed and tech course. But we've got Lila going on now, striding her way across. Lila has been playing flag football at her college. You can see it really helped her on the speed. She's a so much stronger athlete now. She's got a lot more muscle mass there. She may not be used to having that on Ninja, but we're excited to see her out here. She hasn't been competing in a while. She was on this past season of Ninja Warrior. We're grateful that she made the trip over to Warrior Tech to try out another course. She's gonna have try number 2 now on WNA wrapped. Lasheng right away over to that disc. She's not gonna be able to reach this one. She's gonna have to pop. Oh, I lied. She proved me wrong. She was able to reach off of that bowl. I thought it was a UFO, but it is a bowl. Stay up there, Lila. Gets through it her second try. Moving on now to ice skates. Wow, somehow runs her way across those ice skates, no problem. Is on now to down the chimney. I'm sure the endurance needed for football is very different than the endurance needed on your grip for Ninja, as Lila's eyeing up this UFO here. She's got to tuck her swing in, looking to get up to that rotating truss. Great float up there. Now she's just got to monkey bar her way down. She's got it. Moving on now to over the river and through the woods, keeping those legs up, getting over that river. Trying to keep her feet in the middle of these logs. If you are too far to either side, they will tip you off onto the carpet. But Lila's definitely done these before. She's competed here at Warrior Tech, a Warrior Tech staple, and she does it no problem. Jumping out to that log, gets through it on her first try, moving on to North Poles. Hands only are allowed on that I-beam there. Hands and feet on the wind chimes are North Poles here. Got to really try to wrap your legs, pinch it between your feet. This is an obstacle I personally struggle with because I have very bad hip flexibility. So I have to wrap my whole leg around this obstacle. She's gonna have to climb herself up. Puts her foot down. This is definitely not an obstacle that you want to have to retry. This is a long obstacle. That's a lot of tax on your grip trying to grab around that PVC, support yourself. She's eyeing up, going from one icicle to the next here. Asking if she can use that to pull herself back. She thought it would swing her a little further. It's a good idea, trying to keep off her hands as much as possible, but she's gonna have to use the I-beam here. That muscle endurance it takes to get through this obstacle here. She can shake out here, put everything onto her feet. Reaching out now to that next pole. She's got to try to stay as high as possible on these poles. She can transfer her feet first, lock her feet in, pinch it, and just slides down, laughing as she slides down the pole. At least she's out there having some fun. She gets one more try on this obstacle. She's on her last one. 33 seconds left on the clock. If we're gonna get through this, we're gonna have to move. reaching right away to the I-beam. Lila's giving it everything she's got to try to get through this obstacle. Now she's gonna fly through the rest of the course because she wants to get on these obstacles here. Great effort out of Lila. She still got it. Camera's being a little glitchy here. Throwing over to those nunchucks, sliding down. Great effort, running across the peppermints. Lila, she's gonna keep going, might as well, she's the last runner here. But as we let Lila finish up, let's take a look at our tech leaderboard here. That's gonna put Ava in first place, Olivia getting second place, followed by Madeline, and then Lila with that fourth place finish. Fluffing down, we love to see it. Amazing job from Lila. Looking at our overall leaderboard, Miss Ava Dombrowski is going to take the win after a third place finish on speed. That first place finish on tech put her into first place overall. Madeline taking second, Lila in third, and Olivia is going to be at fourth place. The good news about all of these ladies is that all four of them are now officially qualified to finals for the Women's Ninja Association, our first season. They'll be headed to Modus in March to compete with the rest of the elite ladies that qualify. Awesome job. I want to give another quick shout out to NinjaWorks for their help this season with our graphics, our timing, our results, our run orders, our obstacles, everything in between. The premier and only timer of the Women's Ninja Association. Super grateful for them. Another shout out to Warrior Tech, Matt and Justin for the incredible, fun Christmas courses that they've put on at Warrior Tech for our ladies. We just had so many women this weekend telling us that this is like the most fun they've had, the safest, the best that they've felt on a course. And that's what we're about here at the Women's Ninja Association. So thank you to Matt and Justin for all of their work going into this course. The rest of our season, we've got Dexterity in January, we've got Crescent City in February, finals in March. I am Megan Budway alongside Jen Sanders here at the Women's Association. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you in January.